In the quiet suburb of Euclid, Ohio, two mothers lived side by side, Christina Barkley and Ashley Bergerer.
They both had very hands-on parenting styles.
Both were fiercely protective of their children.
It's like, how did this come about?
Both of these moms seemed capable of just about anything.
Often called helicopter parents or tiger moms because of their hands-on, watchful parenting style.
I was in my office and we monitor all the calls through a scanner.
Their kids were the same age, and both families seemed similar on the surface: busy households with children, family gatherings, and everyday suburban life. But underneath, a deep tension was building. These two moms would do anything to protect their children. At first, it was just small disagreements and normal neighborhood friction. But things quickly spiraled out of control when their protective instincts clashed. What started as simple conflicts soon became a bitter feud filled with hatred and anger. Christina's daughter, Diamond, and Ashley's son, Deontay, attended the same school. When Deont showed interest in Diamond, she rejected him, causing the beginning of a long, painful tension. Deontay began bullying Diamond and her brother Jonathan, escalating the hostility between the families. Christina tried to speak with Ashley about her son's behavior, but Ashley denied any wrongdoing and refused to take responsibility. The feud between the two families worsened as fights broke out, accusations flew, and police were called multiple times. There was yelling, screaming, and threats from both sides. Both mothers stood firm, unwilling to back down, each convinced they were protecting their family against the other. This ongoing neighborhood battle, fueled by protectiveness and bitterness, set the stage for a tragic and deadly confrontation that would forever change both families. What began as two overprotective moms simply defending their children turned into a violent fight with devastating consequences. Neighborhood feud turns violent. The quiet streets of Crystal Avenue in Euclid, Ohio, were about to become the battleground for a bitter feud that had been brewing for months. What started as small arguments in schoolyard bullying quickly escalated into a violent clash between two families who lived side by side. On April 27, 2005, after school let out, police received a frantic call reporting a domestic disturbance at the house next door. When officers arrived, they found chaos. About 15 people were involved in a large fight right in front of their homes. Yelling and screaming filled the air, and amidst the turmoil, someone shouted, "She stabbed her!" The situation was far from ordinary. This was a full-blown family feud turned dangerous. Christina Barkley and her sister Vanessa McMorrick were caught in the middle of the chaos. Vanessa, only 20 years old, was found unconscious on the driveway with stab wounds. Christina, despite also being injured, was able to speak and immediately pointed the finger at their neighbor, Ashley Bergerer. The history between these families was more than just petty neighborly disputes. It was fueled by jealousy, bullying, and deep resentment. Ashley's son Deontay had bullied Christina's children, and when Christina confronted Ashley, tensions only worsened. Multiple incidents of violence and threats had already been reported to the police before that day. As police tried to separate the fighting families, the damage was done. Vanessa was rushed to the hospital in critical condition, while Christina bore stab wounds herself. The two families' long-standing feud had erupted into something deadly, a moment of uncontrolled anger that shattered the calm of their suburban neighborhood. This violent clash was a tragic turning point in their story, showing how deep-seated conflicts and overprotectiveness can spiral into life-changing consequences. What started as a disagreement between two mothers had exploded into a brutal fight nobody could have predicted. Stabbing shocks the quiet suburb of Euclid, Ohio, was shaken to its core on April 27, 2005, when a family feud turned deadly right on Crystal Avenue. The neighborhood, known for its peaceful atmosphere, was suddenly the scene of a violent stabbing that left a young woman fighting for her life. Vanessa McMorrick, 20 years old, was rushed to the hospital after being stabbed multiple times during a chaotic fight between her family and their neighbors, the Bergers. Vanessa's sister, Christina Barkley, was also injured, stabbed in the back during the same violent clash. The attack shocked the community and left police struggling to piece together exactly what had happened. The incident began as a heated argument between two overprotective mothers, Christina and Ashley Bergerer, but quickly escalated when Ashley reportedly grabbed a kitchen knife in self-defense during the chaos. The violence spiraled out of control, and Vanessa was stabbed 7 times, with one wound piercing her lung and causing severe internal bleeding. Christina identified Ashley as the attacker, but the police had difficulty confirming the details because witnesses gave conflicting accounts. The neighborhood was tight-lipped, afraid of becoming involved or escalating tensions. The only clear fact was that the calm suburb had become a violent crime scene. Vanessa's condition was critical. She was in surgery for hours, and her family anxiously waited for news. Tragically, Vanessa did not survive her injuries. The loss devastated both families and the community, leaving a mark of sorrow and confusion. The stabbing not only ended a young life but also shattered the illusion of safety in the peaceful neighborhood. It raised hard questions about how a dispute between two families could escalate to such a tragic point. The community was left to grapple with the consequences of anger, fear, and the fierce desire of mothers to protect their children, no matter the cost. Trial and tragic verdict. After the tragic death of Vanessa McMorrick, the quiet suburb of Euclid braced for a courtroom battle that would bring the bitter feud between two families into the public eye. Ashley Berger, the neighbor accused of stabbing Vanessa, faced serious charges, including murder and felonious assault. But the story was far from simple. Ashley was 5 months pregnant at the time of the stabbing, and her lawyers requested to postpone the trial until after she gave birth. The court agreed, and Ashley was placed under house arrest until her daughter was born. The delay did little to cool the heated emotions between the families. When the trial finally began months later, tension was high, and deputies were on alert to prevent any further violence. The prosecution painted Ashley as a woman driven by hatred, citing numerous police reports of aggressive behavior and medical evidence of the severe injuries suffered by Vanessa and Christina. Photographs of the large pool of blood outside Ashley's home were shown to the jury, highlighting the violent nature of the attack. Prosecutors argued that Ashley made a conscious choice to fight, stepping outside with a knife to confront the two women. The defense claimed Ashley acted in self-defense, describing her as a mother desperate to protect her unborn child. They shared testimonies about threats from Christina and Vanessa, including disturbing comments about harming Ashley's pregnancy. Ashley insisted she only grabbed the kitchen knife to scare the others away, not to kill. After 3 days of deliberation, the jury reached a mixed verdict. They did not believe Ashley's claim of self-defense, but neither did they convict her of murder. Instead, she was found guilty of manslaughter and assault. The heat of passion, verdict resulted in a 5-year sentence. The outcome was met with mixed feelings. Some believed justice was served, while others felt the sentence was too light for taking a life. The tragic case left lasting wounds for both families. Vanessa's death a painful reminder of how quickly things can spiral out of control when anger and fear take over. The bitter feud between Christina and Ashley's families, once overprotective moms simply defending their children, ended in heartbreak, loss, and a heavy cost for everyone involved. If you found this story gripping, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and join our community for more real, life drama and true crime stories. What do you think drives ordinary neighbors to deadly conflicts? Is it overprotectiveness, fear, or something deeper? Share your thoughts in the comments below. We love hearing from you. And don't miss our next video, Top 5 True Crime Stories Fae 1 True Crime Documentary 2025. It's a must-watch.